With us. He is one of the most decorated players in Premier League history. He has won the Champions League trophy twice, and he has pretty much done it all. If there is anything to do in football, he's part of the famous class of '92 coming out of Manchester United. He's joining us here in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ryan Giggs!
Yes!
Ryan, before I get into anything, I mean, what on earth are you doing here with us?
Afternoon. No, I'm here to promote the Champions League Trophy Tour. So it's in conjunction with Heineken. So we bring the Champions League to South Africa. We're in Joburg, we're in Durban, and it gives a chance for the fans to have pictures, to meet me, and you know, see the great trophy in real life.
And see the great Ryan Giggs in real life.
Now, this is all happening tomorrow. If you want the juicy bits, I'll get straight to the punch. Tomorrow, Nelson Mandela Square. You need to be there at about 12:15. Get there. It is on tour. And don't linger, because it's going down to Durban after that. So they're getting out of here
and
soon
listen,
afterwards.
I think between the trophy and Ryan Giggs, people are going to definitely be screaming for photos. Our company on the 4th floor, Ryan Giggs had just arrived, sitting outside, waiting for us to do the interview. People just stormed him for photos. So if it's going to be anything like that, it's going to be really crazy tomorrow.
Ryan, can you just, I know listeners can't see it right now, but you must have taken so many photos in your entire life. Can you just give us your fake smile?
Yeah, I've got it pretty
boxed
off.
I think he's got it perfectly down. We are on Facebook Live if you want to see everything that is happening right now as well.
I want to ask you, I mean, you've got over 25 years of experience in football. What is the biggest highlight for you?
Oh, good question. I think the best feeling I've ever had on a football pitch is 99, when we won the first Champions League against Bayern Munich. You know, losing 1-0 with 2 minutes to go. No, exactly. And then the shift of emotions from losing it to 2 minutes less feeling I've ever had on a football pitch.
And in anything on a football, and then what's the saddest moment on a football pitch that you've had? Was it the Champions League final where you lost?
Yeah, probably.
I just want to know. I mean, you've done so much.
No, that was against Barcelona and Rome. That was the first time we got beat. We beat off Barcelona twice. The first time we were probably favourites going into the game, and after the game, I really considered retiring. I was that down. I didn't want to play football again. So that was one of the darkest moments that I've had. The second time we got beat off Barcelona, you've got to hold your hands up. That's the best team that I've played against. Much better team. So you take it. But the first time was hard to take.
Okay.
Ryan, when the Champions League starts getting now to the knockout stages, they have the home leg and the away leg. How much of a difference is it with the away team when you go to somebody else's house and you try and upset things?
Yeah, I think tactics have changed over the years, where, you know, back in the day it was probably a 0-0 would be nice, but now away teams, they try and score, because that away goal is so important. But we used to go away from home, and the first thing we do is try and quieten the crowd. So how do you do that? You keep the ball, you first attack, you make it count, actually turn the tables and put the pressure on the home team, so the fans are not getting behind them, but actually putting a bit of pressure on them. So that's what we used to try and do.
You've been playing obviously for over 25 years, and now you've obviously retired, but I want to, Greg and I were actually talking about this. You must have been so used to routine, playing in the game, traveling the world, doing it all. When you retired, is it hard getting out of that routine, like having all this free time suddenly?
We saw you on our screens. You came and you commentated for some of the World Cup while you were down here, but I mean, like, you no longer have the training team get in here.
No, it's a good point. I mean, I left school, I went straight to United, so every day for 24, 25 years, doing the same thing, training. And while I was playing, I never seen a psychologist. I only seen a psychologist when I finished. For that reason, to give me a little bit of structure. After I finished, listen, I'm not going to be doing the same thing that I've been doing for 20, 24, 25 years. Have you got any tips? So, yeah, you come up with some interesting things, and it's actually, there's a big wide world out there. Apart from football.
Things,
Whereas for
suddenly you're on Instagram. Oh, who's Carly Klass? Okay.
So so you know, traveling the world, like you say, doing TV stuff, and yeah, I've enjoyed it.
I have to ask you this question. I told Greg the story of how I started supporting Man U. We were in England. My dad was like, I said to him, what's going on here? You know, Arsenal fans, Man U fans, what's going on? And my dad said, oh no, Man United's one of the biggest teams in football. I didn't know this. He's like, he got me a David Beckham shirt. I put the shirt on. I loved it. I was like, oh, since then supported football. But is there anything you could tell us that like normal fans wouldn't know, like a Man United traditional, something that happens that's just you boys that you know?
Oh,
like a little sneaky thing that you guys do, maybe.
And you had to tell Ryan Giggs that you had a David Beckham.
No, he was part of the team. It's not like I was an Arsenal fan.
no, I think the one thing that fans don't seem to realise is, just like them, we're the last person to know about signings. So, you know, if anyone's in the newspapers, if anyone, you know, my mates used to say, have we got him? Have we signed? I says, I don't know. And it wasn't until they actually walked through the dressing room that you knew, really. So everyone thinks you've got that inside track, but not really. You don't really know until it's signed.
We found that out with the radio when they sign someone and it's going to be on your slot. They walk you outside and say, hey, that was your last show, champ. And you're like, okay.
We don't even warm bench for it. We just kick straight out.
Yeah.
You were talking about traveling, seeing the world, doing things. Have you tried to take up a hobby other than football? Or what do you do to get your mind off football?
Just normal things. You know, I try and keep myself fit. I did a bit of cycling for a while. I golf. I watched my son play football. My daughter play lacrosse. So just normal things, really. Normal father things. And then, like I say, I'm now at the moment trying to train for a 10K, Manchester 10K, which is in May.
Yeah.
So I'm doing park run every Saturday morning, 5K, and just training for that, really. So, yeah, apart from... And obviously I'm coach of Wales at the moment, which takes up a lot of my time. I go and watch games as much as I can.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Let's go back to Champions League, Ryan. Fixtures coming up this week. They're big.
Yeah.
Man United have a monster one ahead of them. They are 2-0 down on Wednesday. They go up against PSG at home.
Yeah.
You've said that you're actually rooting for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to take over after the new season. So who do you think's going to take that?
Can they pull it back?
Yeah.
They can. It's a big ask, because got injuries at the moment, and PSG are a good team.
Yeah.
They've got to try and stop Mbappe, who's a special player. But it can be done. You know, we did it in 98, 99, went away to Juventus and did it. Everything's going to have to be perfect. The concentration, the form of the players, they can't let the concentration slip for 95 minutes.
Yeah.
And everything's got to be perfect.
And Dortmund versus Tottenham. Obviously, Tottenham 3-0 up on aggregate as well.
Yeah, I think that's Tottenham's...
Nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I think that's no problem.
Okay, it is big.
Yeah.
It is very, very big. Ryan, there's one last thing before we let you go. Lucky's been wanting to do this for a while. He wants to be able to brag.
I want to be able to say to people that I've beaten Ryan Giggs at rock, paper, scissors. You see, I'm the champion around here. Nobody's been able to beat me. In fact, every single day when we do it to buy coffee, Greg I think he spends half his salary on buying me coffee.
It's not good. It's not good.
So Ryan, we're gonna try and play rock, paper, scissors.
I'm actually the champion of Manchester United.
Are you the champion of Manchester United?
Not a lot of people know that.
Okay, well that's
fantastic.
I'd love to play you, and you know how the rules are, so it's very simple. Greg, explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock, paper, scissors for bragging rights. It's a best of one. Ryan Giggs up against our very own Lucky Duplessis. It's a simple, you know, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, paper covers the rock.
I've actually got sweaty palms.
Our air conditioning is broken though, so it is very hot in here. Okay.
All right, so do we go on 3? Is it rock, paper, scissors, and then draw?
Yes, I don't want any tomfoolery, boys. I want to.
It's on the scissors, so it's rock, paper, scissors.
Maybe just go 3. Just go 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
and
cool.
then do it on 3.
Okay.
Okay. If you've just joined us, that's one of the biggest moments of Ryan Giggs' life. Good to see you.
Will you count us down, Greg?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No,
sorry.
Come on, lads. I said no tomfoolery.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ryan Giggs takes him. It's a devastator.
Come on!
Once again, you won't be able to brag in the Publix.
It's the first time I've lost in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Giggs, the greatest of all time. Oh,
Ryan,
my goodness.
thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the tour. I know you're going to be at Nelson Mandela Square tomorrow, 12:15. Go down there, see the trophy, see Ryan. Then you're off to Durban, and good luck with everything that you're doing with Wales.
Right.
And just one last thing before we let you go. We know that you own a 10% share in a little fifth tier league called Salford City.
Mhm.
When are we going to see him in the big leagues?
Next year, hopefully.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
It's been an honor to have you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Giggs.
It's one of the greatest tournaments ever. I don't even know why we have to advertise
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to advertise.
The UEFA Champions League trophy is going around the country. Be sure not to miss it tomorrow. Nelson Mandela Square. Tell your boss you're sick.
947.